All right, major breaking news for the first time in the history of the Catholic Church. An American pope will now lead the Catholic Church as the vicar of Christ. Cardinal Robert Prevost, born in Chicago, is now known as Pope Leo the 14th. He was elected by the College of Cardinals, spoke recently to everybody in St. Peter's Square. Here's what we know. First of all, the experts were wrong. Nobody had this guy on the board. He was given only a 2% chance to become the new pontiff with a comeback of odds of plus 4,900. So he was basically like a 49-1 shot. If you look at the odds boards, he was not even on there in the top 20 of all of the favorites to become the next pope. Here's what we know about him now. First thing you got to wonder is this going to be a continuation of Pope Francis, who became the first ever Jesuit elected as pope in the Catholic Church history? So we go from the first Jesuit to now the first American pope in history. Here's what we know about him. Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost is often described as a centrist with views aligning closely with Pope Francis. His positions reflect a mix of progressive and conservative leanings depending on the issue. On social matters, he's seen as a progressive, emphasizing outreach to marginalized groups, the poor, and migrants, consistent with Pope Francis's pastoral vision. His work in Peru and his role as prefect of the dicastery for bishops highlight a focus on inclusivity and environmental concerns, which lean progressive. However, on doctoral issues like the ordination of women as deacons, he holds a conservative stance, opposing such changes. Allegations regarding his handling of clergy abuse cases have stirred controversy, but supporters argue he followed proper procedures, which doesn't clearly align him with either ideological camp. Overall, Prevost resists strict labeling, embodying a balanced approach that transcends the conservative-progressive divide. Now, he was one of the favorites of Pope Francis, and he does seem to align with him when it comes to these social issues. So this isn't the conservative pope that I was hoping for to see with someone like a Robert Sarah that would take the church in a more conservative direction. But the things to be celebrated here is an American pope. He's from Chicago, which is a sanctuary city. Here was President Donald Trump weighed in on this, saying, "Congratulations to Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, who was just named pope. It is such an honor to realize that he is the first American pope. What excitement and what a great honor for our country. I look forward to meeting Pope Leo the 14th. It will be a very meaningful moment." How about this for President Donald Trump? I mean, in this term, President Donald Trump, he gets the Olympics, he gets the World Cup, he just announced they got the NFL draft, and now he gets a new pope elected during this term. So many exciting things happening for President Donald Trump's term that he wouldn't have gotten to experience had they not robbed them of the election in 2020. So here we go now with a new pope that has been elected. What is your take, your first instinct, your first thoughts on Pope Leo the 14th? Put it in the comment section down below. Again, it does seem like he is a more progressive leaning when it comes towards migration. He does seem to take Pope Francis's stance when it comes to social issues. On the conservative side, like I just told you, he does not seem to be for women deacons. I have to do a little bit more research myself. This is all obviously just breaking news now. We are finding out that the Catholic Church has their new leader in Pope Leo the 14th. And it's going to be interesting to see now all the different types of stories that come out as more of this will unfold. But just on an outside looking in, first view, it looks like this is going to be a good news American Pope, first one in history. On the negative side, it seems like it may be a continuation of Pope Francis. But you know what? We have got to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. I will be praying for him and the Catholic Church to move, hopefully, in a more conservative direction. We pray for Pope Leo to take the Catholic Church in a direction that is a little bit different, I would say, than Pope Francis. And hopefully we see a better relationship with the Pope Leo the 14th, with President Donald Trump. We know that Pope Francis did not see eye to eye with President Donald Trump, and so now it's going to remains to be seen what that relationship will be like. It will be a historic moment when President Trump meets with the pontiff. It's going to produce another one of these unbelievable pictures and opportunities with President Donald Trump, who has got the most historic pictures in presidential history. So during Donald Trump's reign as president here, as the 47th president, we have a new pope, and it is the first ever American pope in Catholic Church history. My prayers are for the Catholic Church. I am a Catholic myself. It's an exciting time in the Catholic Church. We pray for some positive direction here, and this has been all the anticipation. It was done very quickly. I think this is the first time it's been done so quickly since like the 1500s. It only took, I think this was the second vote that they had. Could be wrong on that, but this is really the first full day of a conclave. They hit it right away. And so it seems like the Cardinals were united, and it seems like this is who we are going to have. It is now the Catholic Church now is in the hands of Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, who is now Pope Leo XIV. God bless him. Put your comment down below. What is your thoughts on the new Pope leading the Catholic Church now as the Vicar of Christ? Much more to come on this. Keep it locked into the Alec Lace Show.
You're listening to the Alec Lace Show. The future is family.